Happy Monday. It's that time again where I'm taking a look at all the happenings in Miami over the course of the past week and reporting them to you. And I think what you're going to find is pretty amazing. There's so much out there that's talking about, oh, it's a slow market, the interest rates are too high. But what I'm seeing is the market is really balancing itself out. If you're a buyer considering getting a home, you might want to consider getting into that because what I'm seeing right now is most of the markets are sliding out of a buyer's market and into what we call a balanced market. The months of inventory is decreasing as homes are selling, and some sellers are coming back on the market, but at a slow rate. So it's time to get with your lender and get a pre-qualification done or a DU, a desktop underwritten approval done. And let's have a conversation. Let's see what you're interested in and where you'd like to live. Looking back again over the course of the last week to see where the market is in regards of, are we in a buyer's market, a seller's market, a balanced market? What is happening in Miami, Broward, and West Palm? Here I take a real look at the real numbers and report to you what's going on in our area. So thank you for listening, and I hope this benefits you. For sellers, homes are coming on the market at a slightly slower rate than they have been. However, the market is shifting in your favor. Over the course of the last week, on the whole, every single market between Miami-Dade, Broward, and West Palm have shifted slightly more in favor of either a balanced market or getting closer to a seller's market. So if you've been holding off considering putting your house on the market, it might be time to have a consultation with me and consider if now is the right time for you and your family. As for my buyers out there, if you have been holding off waiting for the market crash to come, I don't think you're going to see that happening in South Florida. The market is, like I said, shifting towards more of a balanced market or more of a seller's market. So the interest rates at this point, if you're worried about the interest rate, then getting in on a property before the housing values go up again would be in your benefit more so than a lower interest rate. And of course, with getting a home, there's always the option in a few years you could refinance and take advantage of the better interest rates as they come online. Right now, our economy is still in the recovery mode, and so it's not projected that interest rates are going to be dropping at the very least for the end of this year. So getting a qualification or a pre-approval, especially a DU approval, would be in your favor to start looking at properties and get that home before the holidays. So, as I said, I did some research just like last week when I reported to you what all the different markets are doing. Right now, what we're looking at in Miami-Dade, I saw a total of 10 houses come online from last week, and 909 are pending. 133 closed last week, and 122 in the last 30 days. Our current months of supply here is 5.39, which is down from 5.8. And in the guideline of things, a balanced market is anywhere from 4 to 6. So Miami-Dade is still in a balanced market. For Broward County, we saw active listings decrease from 4,522 last week to 4,276 this week. 816 are pending, 98 closed last week, and 870 closed in the last 30 days. And their months of supply has decreased from 5.22 to 4.91, again, sliding closer in favor of a seller's market at this point. If it goes down below 4 months, then it will officially be in a seller's market. And this is officially for the single family market only, not for condos. For West Palm inventory, we saw another big drop there too. They went from 4,202 active listings last week to 3,842. Pending are 711, closed 70 in the last 7 days, and there are currently 864 closed in the last 30 days. Their market also shifted to the seller's side, where last week they were at 4.6 months supply and now they're at 4.4. So there's indications that the market is shifting in favor of a seller's market. On to condo inventory. Active listings for Miami-Dade are still over 5,000. 827 are pending, 113 closed in the last 7 days, and their market shifted pretty dramatically. We went from 7.62 months of supply to 6.98 months of supply. So it's quickly balancing as things are closing and not as much as coming on the market there. For the Broward County inventory, still over 5,000. 614 condos are pending sale, while 64 closed in the last week. And there is a balance there that didn't really change very much. It went from 8.77 to 8.72. So the condo inventory in Broward has remained steady. And now on to the West Palm condo inventory. They had a small drop from 4,865 last week to 4,686. 598 houses are currently pending. 42 closed in the last week, and they went from a 10-month inventory to 9.6 months. So a slight change there, but not too big, not as dramatic as what we saw above. As far as foreclosures, there have been 647 new filings as of August 1st. We see 71 filings in Miami-Dade, 48 in Broward, and 28 in West Palm Beach. And once again, if you are having trouble with your mortgage payments and you might be facing foreclosure, please reach out to me. I offer foreclosure assistance services where you might not have to lose your home. There's other options, and not answering the phone is the worst option that you can make. Don't be so afraid that you lose out by not having the right kind of information. I can help save your home or help get you out of that situation that you're in. So feel free to reach out to me and we'll talk about that. In other news, if you have a single family home and you need to do some repairs, the permitting process has some easements on it where they just passed House Bill 803, and some projects under $7,500 may not have to have permits done on them now. So I encourage you to look up House Bill 803 to see if the project that you're considering doing needs to have a permit. That'll definitely help speed up some of the home repairs and projects that you have going on. That's all for today, Monday, August 10th, 2026. I hope that this was informative to you. And if you'd like to see information on other areas, please feel free to reach out. My name is Erika Collins, Global Real Estate Investment Specialist, and my direct line phone number is 607-425-2464. Thank you so much.